7 levels, each one closer to the thing nobody wants to say out loud, and you're already in one of them. Level 1, AI as a tool. This is where everyone starts. The safety zone. The comfortable lie. AI is just a tool, you tell yourself. Like a calculator. Like a spell checker. It does the thing you ask and waits for the next command. You're still in charge. You're still the one who thinks. At level 1, you use AI the way people once used Google, to speed up what you were already doing. A prompt here, a summary there. You ask it a question, get an answer faster than a search engine would, close the tab and move on. Your job feels intact. Your skills still matter. Nothing has fundamentally shifted, except the people around you are noticing something. The ones who use the tool are finishing in an hour what used to take a day. The ones who don't are starting to look slow. Not incompetent, just slow. And in a world where time is money and managers have dashboards, slow is a liability. You can spot this level when AI feels like a shortcut. When you use it occasionally, almost guiltily, like you're cheating on a test. When you still believe your job is safe because you're the one asking the questions. You're right, for now. But the tool is learning from every question you ask. And the people asking better questions are already descending to the next level. Level 2, AI as an assistant. Now it's not just helping you with tasks. It's sitting in on your workday. At level 2, AI becomes the first person in your workflow. The one who drafts your emails before you read them, summarizes the documents before you open them, writes the first version of the report before you've had your morning coffee. This is where the math starts to go wrong for some people. One person with an AI assistant can do what used to need 2 people. 2 people with AI assistants can do what used to need a team. The productivity gap isn't theoretical anymore. It's visible in output, in speed, in quality comparisons between those who have adopted and those who haven't. And here's what makes this level uncomfortable. Nobody gets fired at level 2. They just stop getting hired. The headcount that would have been approved last year doesn't get approved this year. The position that opened up doesn't get posted. The team that was 5 becomes 3, not because 3 people were let go, but because 3 turns out to be enough now. The jobs disappear quietly, in spreadsheets, in budget meetings, with no announcement. You can spot this level when your manager asks why something took 3 days. When someone junior to you delivers twice the output and everyone pretends not to notice how. When the job posting for your role requires proficiency with AI tools, and you realize the requirement isn't optional. The assistant never calls in sick, never asks for a raise, never gets tired at 4 p.m. and starts making errors. At level 2, the people who treat it like a threat are already behind. The ones who treat it like leverage are already on the way down. Because the next level isn't about assisting anymore, it's about replacing. Level 3, AI replacing entire tasks. This is where the categories start disappearing. Not the jobs, yet the tasks, the specific units of work that made up someone's role. And there's a distinction that matters here, because it hides what's actually happening. When a task disappears, nobody announces it. Nobody holds a press conference to say, AI can now write basic customer service scripts in seconds, so we no longer need a team of 12 writing them. It just stops being assigned. The budget that paid for it quietly redirects. The people who were good at it find that their skill is no longer valued the way it was. The tasks going first are the ones built on pattern and volume. Data entry? Gone. Templated legal documents? Gone. First pass graphic design for social media. Shrinking fast. Customer service response scripts. Content summaries. Basic financial reports. Image resizing. Translation work. Transcription. Categories that employed tens of thousands of people are now handled by systems that operate continuously, at scale, for fractions of the cost. This isn't prediction, it's documentation. Companies aren't planning to do this. They've already done it. The question isn't whether these tasks will be automated. The question is, which ones get automated next? You can spot this level when someone in your company says, "We're doing more with less," and everyone nods. When work that used to be outsourced to a team is now handled by one person with the right subscription. When you realize the task you spent years mastering is now a prompt. Some people hear this and say, but new jobs will be created. They might be right. They have been right, historically. But level 3 doesn't wait for those new jobs to arrive before it removes the old ones. And it doesn't warn you it's coming. Because what comes next arrives even quieter. Level 4, AI replacing entry-level jobs. This is where the ladder starts to break. Level 4 isn't about tasks. It's about the first rung, The jobs that were never prestigious, never well paid, but were never supposed to disappear. The jobs that taught people how to do the level above them. Junior copywriter, junior analyst, junior designer, junior paralegal. The positions that existed not just because the work needed doing, but because someone needed to learn by doing it. These are going first, not because junior people aren't capable, because the economic calculation has changed. A junior analyst costs a salary plus benefits plus management time plus the cost of their mistakes. An AI does the first draft of the analysis for $10 a month and doesn't require onboarding. A junior designer used to be worth the training investment because they'd grow into a senior designer. But if AI handles the work a junior would have learned on, the pipeline from junior to senior gets thinner, and a generation of people arrive at a job market where the first step of the ladder has been removed. This is the thing nobody talks about carefully enough. AI doesn't just replace current workers, it disrupts the path new workers follow. The skills that used to be earned through years of grinding entry-level work are becoming skills you have to arrive with, fully formed or not at all. You can spot this level when internship programs shrink. When job descriptions that used to say 1 to 2 years experience now say 3 to 5 years. When recent graduates apply to 100 jobs and hear back from none, not because they're unqualified, but because the role that would have been their entry point no longer exists. This level is already here. It isn't coming, and what waits below it makes the disappearance of entry-level work look like a minor adjustment. Level 5. AI replacing skilled work. The air feels different here. You've left the territory of tasks and trainee positions. Now the credentials are in the room, and they're starting to feel fragile. Level 5 is where the years of expensive education meet systems that never needed any. Radiology, financial analysis, software testing, paralegal research, structural engineering review. Jobs that required a decade of study, professional certification, consistent performance, are being partially automated by models that have processed more examples than any human could read in a lifetime. Partially. That word is doing a lot of work in that sentence, because no one is saying a radiologist is being replaced by a button. They're saying that one radiologist, supported by AI, can now review what 3 could before, which means the practice that employed 3 radiologists now needs 1.5, which means the incoming class of radiology residents is heading into a market that needs fewer of them. Partial replacement compounds. It doesn't stay partial. The pattern is the same across skilled fields. AI handles the volume work, the initial scan, the document review, the test run, the first legal analysis. The human handles the edge cases, the exceptions, the decisions too consequential to trust to a system, which means the ratio of AI output to human judgment keeps shifting. More AI, less human, per deliverable. You can spot this level when the doctor who reads your scan is reviewing 300 cases a day with AI flagging the anomalies. When the legal firm cuts its paralegal team but keeps the partners. When a software company deploys half the engineers, it would have needed 2 years ago for the same product. This is the level that makes people who assumed education was their armor feel exposed. It is. But the next level takes aim at something people assumed was completely different, something they called human. Level 6. AI replacing creative and strategic work. This was supposed to be the safe zone, the place human beings retreat to when the machines take everything else. Creativity, strategy, taste, judgment. The things that require experience, intuition, and something that doesn't compile. Level 6 is where that assumption gets tested in the most uncomfortable way possible. Music composed by AI is performing in film soundtracks. Marketing strategies generated by AI are being implemented by Fortune 500 companies. Drug candidates identified by AI models are entering clinical trials. Architectural concept designs from AI are winning pitches before human architects refine them. The data point that lands hardest. In blind testing, clients frequently choose AI-generated creative work over human-produced alternatives when they don't know which is which. Not always. Not in every category. But enough that the machines can't do creativity defense has started to sound like wishful thinking rather than analysis. What's actually happening is more specific than AI is creative. AI is producing outputs that satisfy the brief at a cost and speed that changes the economics of the entire field. A human art director who bills $150 an hour for 3 days of concept development is now competing with an agency that runs the same brief through 3 AI tools in an afternoon and refines the best output. The human might produce better work, but the client has to be willing to pay for the difference. And increasingly, not always, but increasingly, they're not. You can spot this level when someone shows you an AI-generated image and you don't immediately know. When a marketing deck your company produced was entirely AI drafted and nobody mentioned it in the meeting. When the creative director's role shifts from creating to curating and the team behind them gets smaller. Most people at this level believe they're exceptional enough to survive. Some of them are right, but the final level doesn't care about exceptional. It doesn't replace individuals. It replaces the organizational structures that individuals work inside. Level 7. AI as a workforce. This is the end of the map, not the end of work, the end of the assumption that work requires headcount in the way it always has. Level 7 isn't an AI that does your tasks, or assists your thinking, or automates a category you once worked in. Level 7 is an AI agent, or a stack of agents, that plans, executes, adjusts, monitors, and reports back, not to speed up a human's workflow. Instead of one person with the right AI stack is now doing what previously required a team of 20, not because that person is smarter or working harder, because they're operating as a coordinator above a layer of automation that does the execution beneath them. Marketing campaigns, planned, written, designed, scheduled, analyzed by agents that hand off between each other. Software products, specified, coded, tested, debugged, across an autonomous pipeline with minimal human intervention. Customer support, financial modeling, supply chain management, content production, being handled by systems that run through the night, don't take weekends, don't require health insurance, and don't need to be trained. The organizational structures that employed people weren't just employment mechanisms. They were the architecture of how work got done at scale. Level 7 replaces that architecture, not the people inside it, the structure itself. You can spot this level when a startup with 4 people is competing directly with an agency of 60, when a company announces record revenue and no new hires, when the job posting asks for one AI workflow specialist to manage what used to be a department. This isn't the future. Parts of it are happening right now in specific industries. The question isn't whether it will reach yours. The question is which level you're currently in, and whether you're moving up it deliberately or being carried down it without noticing. Every level is already here. The only difference between them is how comfortable you feel. And comfort, in this context, is not a reliable indicator of safety. If AI is watching what you do at work, you should know about the other systems watching everything else. The 7 levels of how tech companies spy on you. It's on screen right now.